If you're planning to start a decal business and work on cars, you must know what type of cars you are going to be dealing with, because you might come across this type of issues. Now, if you have done it before, then you know how struggling it can be. Hey guys, today I want to do something different. I want to talk about some of the most important things, and that is some of the things that might happen to you. It doesn't happen frequently, but it might happen to you. It has happened to us before, but it doesn't happen all the time. So don't get scared. Do not be worried. But you have to know this in case you come across this issue, because we're going to talk about what type of models can be a pain for you. The newest cars can be a pain in certain ways. The old cars can also be a pain because they either add new paint to the car, but it's not a good quality paint, and sometimes some chips might come off. That has happened to us a few times, even though we warn the customers that it might happen, because we always like to check first before we start working on the car, so that way we can detect any problems that might come across. We warn the customer this might happen. It's not for sure, but it might happen, so the customer knows. And that is one of the things that you must be aware of. So you make sure you stick around, because this episode, we're gonna give you some of the issues that we have come across. So if you like this video, make sure you give us a like and subscribe if you're new to this channel. So let's begin. When you work on new cars, you must be aware that some of them wear a special coating to avoid leaving too much dust in the surface. However, this special coating can affect the installation of the decal. And let me explain to you how. When you use a high-tack transfer like the Arte Clear Choice AT75, you might struggle more when removing it from the surface, especially when you do wet application and when you use like Rapid Tack or any other wet solution. It's like applying vinyl in glass. One of our theories is that that is due because it does not generate as much heat as metal. But whatever the case, try to use a low tack transfer like the AT65. If you pay close attention, we have to use the white tape because the blue tape was too weak for this special coating. Another common problem with the new cars, if they have a special coating, is that the magnets will not work. So this is why you must have the small magnets to test the surface if the customer wants to get car magnets. Another type of car that we found some issues a few times is the Ford Transit 350. The part where you put the gas or the gas lid or gas door, you have to be careful if you work on that area, because we noticed that the part falls really easy. So you have to be very careful. We did not do that, of course, but just be careful in case you work on this type of model. As we already mentioned, also check out the surface of the car that you're planning to work with, no matter what type of model year it is. Always check the paint condition, so that way you get an idea what type of transfer you're going to use for your project before applying the decal in the car, so this does not happen to you. We have done this for almost 10 years, and I can tell you that we have only faced this type of issues a couple of times, and I can probably count them with one hand. And most of the issues that we had faced is due to the weather, because it is either too hot or too cold. But it is always good to be informed of this type of things that you might face in the future. So there you guys have it. Those are some of the issues that we have come across. And again, this does not happen very often, but this is just in case it happens to you. And don't be scared. Everything has a price. Everything has challenges. So you have to know to overcome them. So don't be scared. It happens to all of us. This is why we provide this information for you, so you know ahead of time. I want to make a couple of announcements and kind of surprises. Surprise number one is that we recently just bought a new vinyl cutter, and we're about to introduce you guys a new cool vinyl cutter. And of course, we're gonna make some projects and test them first, of course, before we make any bigger projects, because we got some big projects in the agenda and we want to test them with the new vinyl cutter. So make sure you turn on your notification bells and also subscribe so you are notified when we introduce that new awesome vinyl cutter. So make sure you stay tuned because it is a cool surprise. I'm sure some of you are gonna like it. The surprise number 2 is that we are going to introduce sometime, hopefully soon, a new membership for RDI, and the gold memberships are going to be the very first one to get a free trial of the new tools that we're going to introduce for this new membership. So if you are one of our gold memberships, you will be the very first one to know, and also you will get a free trial to test these new tools in case you are interested on getting this new membership. And of course you get to test them and see for yourself, hopefully soon. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Hopefully you guys like this video, and if you did, give us a like, of course, and subscribe. We'll see you guys again pretty soon. Thank you guys.